This is an exciting new first for the grass-fed homestead. I am getting a dozen Peking ducklings.
Hi! You're so much cuter than a chicken.
I absolutely love eating duck meat, which is why I decided to make raising ducklings a 2021 goal for the homestead. And as it turns out, I'm not the only one looking forward to the experience.
When Dan told me he wanted to get ducks, I was super excited because I'm not super into chickens or any other birds for that matter, but I have such a soft spot for ducks. When I was little, probably about 6 or 7 years old, my dad, he had brought home 2 baby ducklings. I found out later they were mallards. I loved those ducks. They just had these personalities, and they would get attached and they like nibble at you and they're babies, and so they're my favorite bird.
I've avoided raising ducklings in the past because they can be a little trickier in the brooder because of their instinctual need to make a huge mess with water.
When I was a kid, we would get ducks, usually like 2 or 4, and then they would stay in the bathtub until they were big enough to go outside. So the bathroom didn't smell very good for a couple weeks.
The bathtub is certainly one way to do it, but seeing how I only have one bathroom with a single shower tub combo, I'm not giving that up for the ducks. Not wanting my ignorance to be what prevents my adventure in raising ducks, I visited my friend Ray, who is getting into breeding Pekings, to learn more about the breed and how to brood them.
The Peking duck the main purpose is meat. They're kind of like the Cornish cross of the duck world. Just having them, within the first 6 weeks, they were 6-7 pounds, it felt like. I didn't weigh them, but just holding them and moving them, I felt 5, 6, 7 pounds, but typically you want to get them before all their thick feathers come in, and that's around the 8-week mark. There's other times you can butcher them, but the 8-week mark is a good time to do it, and you're going to get like probably about an 8-pound bird at that point. They do lay eggs, not a lot like the khaki Campbell, but that's why I've got almost about 2 dozen of the hens to be able to, get a good stock and hatch, and then be able to go from there. They're real easygoing. I got one that lets me pet them, but they kind of stay away. They're not like chickens to where they do their own thing. They are very much follow the leader. So if you get one to start moving, they'll all start moving. If you can herd them really well. Yeah, they go through a lot of water. You can't keep a clean pail or tub or anything. I went with the rubber tubs, especially for winter, and here it freezes all the time. The rubber tubs, I'm able just to break the ice and refill it. A lot of water intake makes a not so pleasant output by them, so I'm constantly putting straw or wood chips, whatever I have, to try to offset that, the nitrogen and all the waste from them with the straw.
What is their feeding like?
You can go different, but everybody I've talked to, the grain stores, they will go off of just a regular poultry, like what you give your chickens. There are some supplemental things that you can add. There are some things that they do better with, but everything I've used on them, I haven't seen any health decline or anything abnormal with any of them since I've gotten them, and they're just on regular chicken feed. The poultry grower right now.
Okay.
So this is where right now I have the Cornish cross, but this is where I did have the ducks. So kind of a go through with brooding the ducks. It is a lot different than chickens, mainly because of the water. They're the waterfowl, so they require a lot of water. They are messy with it. They like to clean stuff. They like to just run their bills through it and just splash everywhere. The chickens, I can kind of just put a fresh layer of the shavings in there, and that usually does it. With the ducks, I found myself scooping it out and adding whole new ones because it would just be so wet, and so just with their waste, it was just overpowering, so you had to get it out, and they would spill so much water. One thing I did to kind of mitigate that was the rubber tubs that I have for the water. I would put hardware cloth over that and then set the water on top of the hardware cloth. So if anything did spill out, it would go into the rubber tub instead of out on the shavings.
That's awesome stuff, Ray. Thanks for sharing that. If people want to learn more about you and what you have going on here, where do they go to find out more?
Yeah, so right now we are on Instagram at the.havenhomestead. You can find us there. We just started kind of this little homestead self-sustainability journey, and so yeah.
Awesome, yeah, go check that out. Now that I was armed with some knowledge, I was more confident when the ducklings arrived, and I got to work making their brooder. The mini duck brooder within the big chicken brooder, the heat source right up here above. Water set up, I'll get them food in just a minute, but first we're gonna get the ducks in here. Hi guys, look at you. All are present and accounted for. No dead ducklings. Everything looks good with the ducklings so far, but I thought that too when I got my chicks, and we had really high losses with the chicks, so I'm just hoping everything stays good with the ducklings. Sheep. It's a little bright today. The lambs are in their shelter. We're gonna get a closer look, check to see how they're doing. Hi guys. Didn't mean to scare ya. Piggy piggies. Can we be friends? Gotcha. They've done a good job of eating the forage in this paddock. There's still plenty of clover that they haven't gotten to and other grass forage, so they should be good for a little bit longer. All right. I know, you guys are ready to eat. These ladies always show up for the pig feeding because they know I always give them a little bit of the leftover bits. There you go, ladies. I got all my inside work done. I had lunch. Now I'm gonna check in the ducklings. Hopefully, they're still doing okay. Hi guys. So they're all huddled up, so I guess they're a little on the cold side. Might be just because I have the heat source lifted higher right now. You haven't made an utter disaster out of everything. I just got back from dropping little buddy off at school. I'm gonna check the ducklings now to see how they made it through the night. Hey guys, look at that. Everyone's doing okay? Oh, you guys need water. Everybody alright? Yep, there you go. You guys got your water. And it's time to give you guys a big boy feeder. That'll last you a little longer. So far it's been going much better with the ducklings than it has the chicks. I did wind up having some duckling deaths. One died on day 2, 2 more died on day 3, and the last one to die was on day 4. I ordered a dozen ducklings. The hatchery sent 13, lost 4, so I'm down to 9. Well, hey, look who it is. My buddy Mike is here, and he's got his drone with him. Mike, you gonna get a few shots for me of the pasture to show off where the sheep have been last year to show the improvement, right?
Yes, we are. Yeah, it looks like the grass is a little greener, and it'll be a better view from above, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So this footage that Mike is getting is for my last video where I got the lambs. In that video, we talked about how the lambs improve the pasture, so Mike's just getting that footage to demonstrate that. Mike also has a YouTube channel.
Our channel is Laid Back Living, and we're doing something similar to Dan, not quite the same. We're in the homestead process, but we're building a house right now. So we are just trying to wrap up that project and then move into a sustainable homestead.
I'm about to go see the ducks and I'm super excited.
Yeah, let's go see them.
Oh my gosh, look at you guys! Hi, duckies! Come here! Oh my gosh, I love ducks! Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Oh my goodness, you're so cute!
So you're digging the ducklings better than the chickens?
Oh yes. This is gonna be a lot harder for me.
For harvest?
Yeah, I love ducks. chickens are so ugly.
Think it's about time to get them out on pasture?
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm such a sucker for ducks.
They're gonna taste great.
I shouldn't get too attached.
I got to see the ducks for the first time earlier today, and oh my gosh, I still have a soft spot for ducks. Like, they are so stinking cute, all of them. I did offer to let Dan keep them in my roommate's bathtub because she's scared of birds, and it would have freaked her out.
Hi, pigs! Hello, piggy piggies! Hi! This isn't for you. So we started the lambs in this pen when we got them less than a week ago. And the grass was really tall when we put them in here, but they've thoroughly picked it over and it is time to move them. We decided it would be more fun to move them with the children here to help. The girls are at their dad's and little Buddy is at his mom's, but we get them all back tomorrow. So once we have the kids here, we'll get the lambs on fresh pasture, which means in the meantime, we have to supplement with some hay.
The conditions in the brooder were not nearly as bad as I thought they'd be since I was using the water catch system. I bought a second plastic tote so we could transfer the ducklings to a fresh brooder while cleaning out the soiled one.
I really like this setup that we have them in because moving them is super easy. It's not like a wet, disgusting mess. It was very quick.
The next day, little Buddy came back from his mother's house, so he and Saffron were able to finally meet the ducklings.
Hey, look who's here. Little Buddy is back from his mother's as well. Are you looking forward to seeing some ducklings?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go do it.
Look at them. Aren't they adorable? Do you think the ducks are cuter than chickens or the same?
Cuter.
Cuter? These guys are a little wigglier. Keep your hand around them pretty tight. There you go.
Hope he doesn't poop on me.
You might.
I'm totally digging the duck experience so far, so much so that there's actually deliberating going on behind the scenes about whether we should get some egg-laying ducks for the homestead. I'll be sure to keep you posted on that. In the meantime, be sure to check out this video right here. The YouTube algorithm says that you're gonna like this video, so go ahead, click on it, give it a watch, and I will see you over there.